Hello everybody, how you doing today? Again, thank you for being here with Chef Anthony, cooking with Chef Anthony on this beautiful day. It's another day in this beautiful neighborhood in my illustrious kitchen and preparing and getting ready to do something fun and exciting. How many of you guys out there that love shrimps? I'm a shrimp lover. Weepy, I'm a shrimp lover. Well, today we're gonna be preparing a butter shrimp. It's going to be a butter shrimp with some onions, pepper, fiesta type look. Along with that, we're going to also have a side dish of some candy yams. I just got to preparing or boiling the yams. Those are the orange color potatoes, and you boil them for a long period of time, probably about at least a good hour, depending on the amount that you're actually going to use. And then you let it cool. Then all you got to do is just scrape the skin. Basically, this is what I did: is took the skin off of the potato, and then once it's cool, then I just go on ahead and I take it and I practically just slice it down into probably a 1/2 inch cut, and then I'm layering them into a pan. And the reason why we're going to call them candy, because we're going to sugar them down. So in this pan, go ahead and start off with this first, and then we're going to go right into the shrimp and the yellow rice. That's what we're preparing today. So in my pan, I have my potatoes that's already cut. They're already cooked, peeled, and cut. And now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a sprinkle of some black pepper over that. Basically flavoring now, that's what we're doing. And in addition to that, we're gonna add some marshmallow, cinnamon, and sugar. The more cinnamon that you put in, the more cinnamon taste that you're gonna get out of it. We're going to turn the oven on so that as we get here, we're ready. Meanwhile, I have my pot on in the back. I'm going to be using olive oil to work with the shrimp. So I'm going to go ahead and pour that in there just to get it warm, the oil all warmed up. And for the rice, a little bit of vegetable oil. All right, getting back to this, wanna go ahead and now sprinkle some sugar over that. Last and not least, some mushrooms. Get as much mushrooms as you want, and I just break them up into little pieces and leave some chunks. Just kind of lay it over there. After this, we are going to go ahead and place it into the oven. You want to place it into the oven with it being open so that the marshmallows can melt and the sugar can basically just synchronize down the potatoes, and it creates its own juice. It's up to you how much marshmallows you would like to put on yours. I'm just gonna add just about enough just to make it to that point. And here is what we have. So we're gonna go ahead and place this into the oven. We're gonna give it a few minutes, and then we're gonna come back to that. All right. We have some shrimp here already cleaned and deveined, and now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add that to our resource back here. As I stated, is that we're gonna be utilizing some peppers, onion, three color peppers, yellow, red, and green, and some fresh thyme. We're gonna add that into our mixture back here prior to us adding in the shrimp. The reason being is that you don't want the shrimp to overcook. You want your shrimp to really have a beautiful plump look. So we're going to give that about a minute before we are going to go ahead and add the shrimp. We don't need to add any seasoning to the shrimp at this time. All we're just going to do is just add it into the pot. Also, in making this rice, there's going to be some yellow rice. So I'm going to be using some diced red peppers and onion as well as thyme. So I'm going to do that same saute procedure. Mix that around. Give that a minute. Come back to. And now we're going to go ahead and we're going to add our shrimp. Shrimp does not take that long to cook, so keep in mind that they're going to cook fast, depending on their volume or the amount that you're using. Spread that out. Cover it. We're going to come back to that in just a second. And we're going to add some garlic puree. In addition to the garlic puree, we are going to also add in the salt and pepper to that mixture. could create your own rice, or you could go ahead and buy you the rice that's already prepped, already yellow, and that's what I'm going to go ahead and use because I want to be real quick with this for the sake of time. And I'm going to add that to the onion and pepper mix back here. Add all of it. And the minute I do, I'll go ahead and I want to make sure that I turn that so that you allow the oil, whatever base of the oil is remaining, and the onions and pepper to be completely engulfed. Then we're going to add some water to that. It's going to take 1.5 of this same container to be exact. For your particular means of making sure that you have just enough water to steam your rice. And I have here some frozen peas and carrots that I want this to cook in with the rice. So we're gonna wait till the rice actually starts getting to the boiling point, and then we're gonna add it in there. Okay, let's take the shrimp. Then we're gonna go back to the potatoes. I mean to the sweet potatoes that's in the oven. A little salt. Pepper. The garlic flavor. I have some garlic paste. Go ahead and add some garlic paste in there. And a little bit of house wine. Gonna stir all of this up. Last and not least, we're going to add in the butter and allow it all to combine and come together as one big happy family. We're gonna go ahead and add our sticks of butter in there, so we're gonna add in all three. If you want to go ahead and cut them up, you're more than welcome to do that. Now this is something fun for you to do, considering the fact that it's the happy holidays. That don't mean to get too happy and drink in the process of making this dish. But the wine is just for added flavoring. It won't make the food any different, no more than just enhancing the flavor, basically. So I'll go ahead and I break up the sticks into cubes, where it's easier for it to melt away into that sauce. We're gonna close it and let it sit. Okay, this is taking about another 2 minutes. Let's check on the I have one that was in here that was ready. Removing the foil from it. And there we have our candy yam, but it still needs a little bit more means of cooking, because it's gonna actually start formulating its little juicing and everything like that once it starts to sit. Basically right now we have the mushrooms are practically caramelized on top, so all we're doing is just allowing it. And if you're not gonna serve this right away, then you can leave it in a little bit longer. But if it's gonna be served right away, if it's gonna be served the next day, then go ahead and pre-cook your items, so that all you gotta do is put it in the oven and just warm it up. I'm gonna go ahead and close this one because I wanna set that one back in there. Add a little bit of agave sugar syrup. It's natural sugar. One of the best ones to work with. And I'm going to just go ahead and pour that and set that up. Now we're going to go straight back to the rice. So as we're preparing this type of a meal, it's okay to go ahead and multitask at the same token. Everything is by timing. Everything is timing in your head, how much time you have, how much time you need, how much time you can afford, so that your dish is timed just right. we can take the rice and add our carrots and peas to it. You want to stir it around and make sure that it is spread within and without and throughout the entire rice. And as we check on that, we want to make sure that it has just about the right amount of salt to it. If not, go ahead and add you a half a tablespoon or a tablespoon and give it another stir and let it sit. Checking our shrimp. Butter is melting away. The shrimps are nice, fluffy, and has a nice aroma to it. Last and not least, what we're gonna do is add in a little bit of a roux, because we want the shrimp, the shrimp flavor, which is the sauce actually right now, it's actually it's a little bit loose, but we're gonna add just a little roux into it to build it to a base. All right, so the purpose of the roux, is for tightening, and you want to make sure that you have just enough of it, not too heavy, then again not too light. And it's for the final touch, and then those shrimps are ready to go. I like the way that flavor is. All right, so now that's practically it for the, but I'm gonna add just a little bit more garlic here. I like my garlic in my food. For some reason, it seems to bring out the best of it. Tad bit of black pepper. Alrighty. Go ahead and turn this one off and bring this one for the audience. And that is our butter shrimp. Where you can see the shrimp are nicely plump, totally and completely cooked. We see our confetti look of the peppers and the onions mixed that's inside here, and the bit of the herbs, and That's all you guys need, man. Voila. The wine sauce is very good. You don't taste the wine, but you taste the flavor. All right? So that's that part of the work is done. The sweet potatoes is ready, and all we're waiting for right now is the rice to be the complete process to this entire ordeal. We're going to add some butter into the rice. That's for the pause. All right, now we are at the final touch here. We want to make sure that our rice is more than ready, and I believe that it is. We'll give it a final turn around inside here just to make sure that it's nice and fluffy all the way through. And I believe I did all right. For all of my viewers, this is some very nice looking yellow rice. It has in some red peppers, onion, carrot, peas, and the rice with flavored and cooked to perfectiveness. Everything is ready to go. So this finalizes our segment for tomorrow. We are having shrimp with yellow rice and some cream of spinach. So please join us and be a part of our dynamic meal that is prepared right here in the Chef Kitchen with Chef Anthony. So again, thank you for being with me, and we hope to see you tomorrow.